Philadelphia. Thank you for joining us. The passing of the baton, that moment, that embrace, many here may never forget. Hillary Clinton joining the president on that stage after his passionate speech on why she should be the one to succeed him. Tonight, President Obama may have saved his best line for last. And he never said a word.
To elect Hillary Clinton as the next president of the United States.
The arena erupted when President Obama left the podium and brought back his friend. If history had a scrapbook, tonight we in the world saw its newest edition. A monumental handoff, the first black president passing the torch to who the Democratic Party hopes will be the first female president.
There is only one candidate in this race who believes in that future. A leader with real plans to break down barriers and blast through glass ceilings and widen the circle of opportunity to every single American, the next president of the United States, Hillary Clinton.
In what's been described as the biggest moment President Obama has left on the national stage, he focused not only on the accomplishments of his presidency, but on the promise of a Clinton administration.
And no matter how daunting the odds, no matter how much people try to knock her down, she never, ever quits.
The president, more popular than either of the candidates running to succeed him, wasted no time in going after Clinton's opponent and his possible successor.
Does anyone really believe that a guy who spent his 70 years on this earth showing no regard for working people is suddenly going to be your champion, your voice? If so, you should vote for him.
This morning, Trump inserted himself into the big controversy looming over the Democratic National Convention this week. The release of nearly 20,000 DNC emails by WikiLeaks. Emails that show the DNC was trying to undermine the Sanders campaign. The Clinton campaign pointing fingers at Russia, saying the emails were leaked to help the Trump campaign.
It's just a total deflection, this whole thing with Russia.
Trump essentially encouraged Russia to conduct espionage against his opponent.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press.
Do you have any qualms about asking a foreign government, Russia, China, anybody, to interfere, to hack into a system of anybody's in this country?
That's up to the president. Let the president talk to him. Look,
does that not give you pause?
No, gives me no pause.
The bipartisan backlash, fast and furious. Clinton's top foreign policy advisor calling this a national security issue, adding, this has to be the first time that a major presidential candidate has actively encouraged a foreign power to conduct espionage against his political opponent. And from a spokesman for House Speaker Paul Ryan, Russia is a global menace led by a devious thug. Putin should stay out of this election. Trump seeing it a different way.
I'm not going to tell Putin what to do. Why should I tell Putin what to do?
What do you make of what Donald Trump said today at his press conference?
Well, we've gotten so used to these outrageous comments that I think that appropriateness has been defined so far down of what we think a presidential candidate should speak like. I think it's another example. It seems to be a building block and to think, is this man really fit to hold the presidential office?
Tonight, Vice President Joe Biden also went after Trump hard.
His lack of empathy and compassion can be summed up in a phrase I suspect he's most proud of having made famous: you're fired. How can there be pleasure in saying you're fired? He's trying to tell us he cares about the middle class. Give me a break. That's a bunch of malarkey.
And then in an attempt to attract Republican and independent voters across the country, former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg.
I'm a New Yorker, and I know a con when I see one.
To make the case that Clinton is the best choice for swing voters.
Let's elect a sane, competent person with international experience, a unifier who is mature enough to reach out for advice.
Then we ran into another group of Democrats turned off by Trump.
Hillary offers everything that Donald Trump cannot.
Only 4% of African-American voters support Donald Trump, while polls show Clinton with 89% of African-American voters support. New York Representative Gregory Meeks is a member of the Congressional Black Caucus.
In the primary, it was the black community that rallied around and gave her a substantial vote that put her over the top. And it will be the black community, I believe, that will do that again in November.
Hello, fellow Democrats.
There were heartbreaking moments when the topic was gun violence. Speakers like Erica Smigelski, her mother was the principal of Sandy Hook Elementary School, killed in the 2012 shooting.
I'm here alone without my mother. Well, too many politicians cower behind the gun lobby instead of standing with American families. 91 people are murdered or commit suicide with a gun every single day. That's an insane number. If any other epidemic was plaguing our country like that, people would have acted by now.
Do you think your message would have resonated at the Republican convention last week in Cleveland?
Donald Trump thinks he could walk down Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and not lose any votes, so no.
America is already great. America is already strong.
President Obama is now a veteran of the DNC stage, but 12 years ago to the day, he was just another fresh face, a young senator from Illinois who captivated convention goers with this message of unity.
There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America. But I was filled with faith. Faith in America. The generous, big-hearted, hopeful country that made my story, that made all of our stories possible.
In subsequent convention speeches, Obama continued to preach these same themes of hope and unity. In 2008,
and I will restore our moral standing so that America is once again that last best hope for all who are called to the cause of freedom.
And in 2012,
ours is a future filled with hope. And if you share that faith with me, if you share that hope with me, I ask you tonight for your vote.
But after his wife's successful speech on Monday night, Obama stayed up until 3:30 in the morning, working on perfecting his own words. Today, he didn't seem the least bit nervous.
Democracy isn't a spectator sport. America isn't about, yes, he will. It's about, yes, we can.
Also feeling great tonight, officially accepting his nomination as vice president today, Virginia Senator Tim Kaine took the stage with confidence. Kaine has never lost an election. He is one of only 20 people to have served as a mayor, governor, and senator.
God has created in our country a beautiful and rich tapestry, an incredible cultural diversity that succeeds when we embrace everybody in love and battle back against the forces, the dark forces of division. We're all neighbors.
The Minnesota native and father of three got his start as a civil rights lawyer. He took a year off from studying law at Harvard to help run a small vocational school in Honduras. It is there he learned not just a language, but a culture, skills and sensibilities on display tonight, and the party hopes will pay off in November.
Y allá aprendí los valores del pueblo, fe y familia y trabajo, faith, family, and work.
The DNC has been a star-studded affair, and night 3 was no different.
We will come together.
Actresses Sigourney Weaver, Angela Bassett, director Lee Daniels, and TV personality Star Jones taking center stage. But even that star power paled when Hillary Clinton came out to thank Barack Obama.